All right. All is good. So in the prasadam room, lots of devotees, and just that as prasadam progresses, they're asking each other about how they came to Krishna consciousness. And really, it was recordable, or, I don't know, publishable, or maybe it wasn't all publishable, edited. If you can edit it, you can publish it. How devotees came to Krishna consciousness. And really, it's unique how devotees do come, or how we came from nowhere to this land. Only a few have come from the non-devotional land to the devotional land, without any sort of, only by being born, without any drama or experience. All right, very good. Rukmini Devi Rasi, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Hriday Prabhu's around. I can see a hand. Dandavad, Dandavad. Jai Hriday Prabhu, all is good. Happy to see you all.
Dandavad, Maharaj.
Dandavad. So, one by one, we're joining into the meeting. We were just reflecting on the different ways devotees have come to Krishna consciousness. So even if somebody sort of gate crashes a meeting, we have to at least be civilized with them and try to say something beneficial. 3 things, correct? We all know 3 things we should try to say: truthful, beneficial, and pleasing to hear. If we can keep it with those categories. And sometimes others are there. We were in a gathering one time, and really there was a person who was being very kind of disturbing, but wasn't in his right mind. And we try to deal with the person nicely, but also in the gathering, we've got so many other people. So they also, see how the person's being dealt with. So, everything has a reason, and it's a test for us too, to see, can we stay humble, tolerant, giving honor to others, even when there are unexpected circumstances that come up. So this is the world we live in. It's actually Kali Yuga. Anybody heard of Kali Yuga? Nobody. Okay, Chinmoy Refu, Billy, but not the others. You're living in your own bubble. Oh, Govinda Nandini's heard of it too. Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel, the Iron Age, the age of short memory, short intelligence, short height, short lifespan. And so many things are listed there in Kali Yuga, where irreligion really does become known as religion, and where religion becomes known as irreligion. And maybe, I think, maybe Praneshri, Nandamoy, Chinmoy Dev, maybe all of you, maybe Rukmini also, you have seen a booklet we published. We didn't actually publish it. We printed a few copies off the laser printer in Navadip. And we did have a booklet hanging outside the book room, which simply said Kali Yuga. And it was quotes from Srimad Bhagavatam and other places about Kali Yuga. And the thing that, the reason why that we made it actually was because the quotes that were there, many of them are so ordinary. If you would just see it about, various things, but if you just see the quotes, you think, yeah, what's surprising about that? That's where we live. Illicit sex, gambling, intoxication, meat eating, fighting, short, many things were there. Or thinking, one of them was thinking that it's, that you're presentable in public just by having a shower. And in the modern world, you can say, what? You have to have a shower before you'll be seen in public. But there it's listed, like in one of the symptoms of the Kali Yuga, it's going to be, oh, just by having a shower, you think you're presentable to the public. Whoa. So, there were various quotes. I should dig it out from the digital past, and we could come up with some of those. We could mention some of those. But really, when you read it, then it is like, because these things don't shock us, or even think, oh, have I got to have a shower before I'm seen in public? Which in some countries in the world, is almost unthinkable. I can only be seen in public once every fortnight. In some places, which will remain nameless, that would be what people would think. So we are in Kali Yuga. And actually last week, and I believe it was last week, possibly the week before, around weeks, the last time I think we were together, I mentioned the verse, Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. And I said, oh, we went through this word by word. And then somebody popped up and said, we didn't. So I thought that today we can start with reciting our Chatushloki of Gita, which actually we've been doing here. And I hope that, whatever programs you have at home, that you've been able to do this, to become familiar with it, with the Chatushloki of Gita. So let us start with that today, the Chatushloki. I think you have in front of you, it's been posted week by week. Do you have the Chatushloki in front of you, everybody? Maybe Govinda Nandini, you're probably more on the ball than me in the sense of, I've got other things going on. Govinda Nandini, if you could post the Chatushloki back in the chat box, then everybody can read it. Or maybe I should have more faith and say, you already learnt it, everyone, so you don't need to read it. Am I right or am I wrong? Okay, somebody's covered their face. And welcome in the meantime, Ananda Sundari Devi Rasi has come to join us, Vrajet Mohini Devi Rasi, Kali Kadambanana Devi Rasi, and maybe associates of each of you, I do not know. And I'm trying to think, where is Vrajet Mohini? She's got a smoothie on the fridge or something. Where are you, Vrajet Mohini Devi?
I'm in an art studio with Shama Mohini. She's painting. We're painting.
All right.
Yes.
It looks very light and bright. Shama Mohini Devi Rasi.
Say hi, Shama. Hi.
We are hearing your glories regularly. I mean, Mom also, but Shama Mohini too, about how valuable she was in Salt Lake City for bringing new souls by her sincerity, bringing new souls of the new generation to come to Krishna consciousness. So keep up the good seva, Shama Mohini Didi. Don't forget, devotion.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Devotion is something we shouldn't take for granted. It is something. It's a treasure, and especially devotion under the umbrella of our guardians. All right. So yes, we have Chatushloki in the chat box. So those of you who need it, then you can refer to that. Okay, oh, very good. But I will turn mine off for that. Sanskrit, we hope we've got it all fluently by now. So by the way, now very first, because I think everyone's here who's going to be here, obeisances to all of the devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And Jai Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila A.C. Bhakti Goswami Prabhupada ki Jai. Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur ki Jai. And our Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Bhaga ki Jai. So with our obeisances to the devotees and our obeisances and honor to all of our grand masters and Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Brinda, all the acharyas in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Saraswati Thakur, we give our full obeisances. So let us now read or memorize and recite slowly, one by one, the 4 verses of Chatur Shloki of Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so 3, 2, 1. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matta sarvam pravartate iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvitaha. Machchita madgata prana bodhayanta parasparam katayantascha mam nityam tushyanti cha ramanti cha tesham satata yuktanam bhajatang. I know it off by heart. Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatang priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tang yena mam upayanti te. Tesham evanukampatam aham ajnanajang tamaha nashayam yatma bhavasto jnana deepena bhashvata. I was looking, because I can't hear anybody saying it, I was looking at your lips and then I got I got thrown off. And maybe Chinmoy Defu, you could unmute your microphone and just read the translations one by one, just so we're familiar with them again. Repetition is good, especially of Gita Chatushloki.
Okay, just a second here. I'm doing it from the actual Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so first verse. I am Krishna, the sweet absolute, the origin of all, the entire universe of material and transcendental joy, transcendental play, activity, purpose, and the Vedas and allied scriptures which give guidance, all evolve from me alone. Realizing this hidden treasure, persons of fine theistic intelligence surpass their mundane and embrace the path of love divine, Ragamarga, and adore me forever. Okay. And the next verse. Always thinking of me, those surrendered souls converse about me, enlightening one another with the nectar of their devotional realizations, ever content and ecstatic in their divine natures. That was verse 9 and verse 10. To those devotees who are always lovingly engaged in my service, I give the divine inspiration by which they can come to me. And then verse 11. Out of compassion for them, I, situated within the hearts of all living beings, dispel the darkness of ignorance with the radiance of knowledge. Or other version of that translation. Being conquered by the love of those devotees who in their unalloyed loving devotion become afflicted by the all-devouring darkness born of their pangs of separation from me, I illuminate their hearts with my presence, destroying the darkness of their pain of separation.
All right, so this is our revision of our revision, our reminder. And by the way, this week, as we've been doing here actually regularly, you probably already understand this, we've been reading in the evening from Revealed Truth. And again, it just seems to be in the ether that something is being emphasized about Bhagavad Gita from the book Revealed Truth. And maybe I can just mention here something, because I bookmarked it as I read it. I thought, oh, look, so important. And let me just see my bookmark. So about chanting the holy name and about devotional service, guess what? Then, I mean, if you want to come to read this yourselves, it's page 266, but it's very short, I'm going to read. But it is, again, coming back to Bhagavad Gita. So this is Srila Gurudev speaking. We know that there are so many possible faults, both internal and external, in performing religious sacrifices. And we know it is not possible to perfectly perform any religious function. We know we must make some mistakes and get insufficient results according to our karma. But, this is a different bookmark, don't worry. But all deficiency and offense can be removed by Hari Nam Sankirtan. Through humble apology and prayer to the Lord in Nam Sankirtan, everything can be set right. Thus, Hari Nam Sankirtan is our only actual hope to satisfy the Lord. We must include it in everything we do. Well, we just read there must be fault everywhere, so this was a different bookmark that I had. However, it's meant to be. So this, it struck me when I read it about Hari Nam Sankirtan. So through humble apology and prayer to the Lord in Nama Sankirtan, everything can be set right. Thus, Hari Nam Sankirtan is our only actual hope to satisfy the Lord. We must include it in everything we do. Then, Hari Nam Sankirtan is so powerful that it can even overcome the extreme influence of the current age of Kali, the age of quarrel. ... Okay, this is about Hari Nam Sankirtan. So please excuse, it's actually the wrong bookmark, but actually it does lead us to what I wanted to talk about today, which is that verse which we just mentioned before, Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann, where Shukadev Goswami is explaining about Kali Yuga and it being full of faults, but that the one good quality is the holy name of the Lord. All right, and about the Gita, well, I don't know if this bookmark I read last week, I've got a few bookmarks in my books, digitally speaking, but about Bhagavad Gita, Gurudev talking about reading it. Every time I read it, new meaning comes to me, but the general meanings of the verses do not become suppressed. Rather, more and more meanings continue to overflow. I am so satisfied with that. From deep to deeper to deepest, everything is presented in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is necessary for everyone to read Srimad Bhagavad Gita every day attentively. Day by day, I am more and more enthusiastic to preach the conception taught in Srimad Bhagavad Gita, because it is very essential for the primary religious education of all people. Anyhow, I'm not sure if we may have read it last week. Please, Prabhus, ladies, don't mind if I read it last week. It is good for us to hear again and again. Gurudev emphasizing the importance of Gita and of Chaitanya Charitamrita and of Prapana Jivanamritam and of Srimad Bhagavatam and of Upadeshamrita. But here we will take everything day by day as it comes. So Gita Chatur Shloki we've been trying to do. Now Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. So let me Nidhe rājann rather. Let me now come to Chatur Shloki. Oh, not Chatur Shloki, excuse me. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. Now I'm going to put in the box, the chat box. I'll put in this verse. Okay, so again, it's a PDF file. Click. All right, it should be available there. Oh no, I have to send it to all. How do I send everyone? Everyone in meeting. I'll send it again. Okay, so it should be available. Yes, you can see it. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. This is a verse which is included in that Harinam, Glories of Harinam and 10 Offenses to be Avoided booklet that Gurudev distributed at the time of initiation. And this verse really is giving us so much hope. Shukadev Goswami, he's speaking to King Parikshit. And he's telling King Parikshit, first we'll give the translation. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. So this verse is probably a verse most of you know because it is so commonly quoted and so important for us. So a lot of us, we can recite it. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann asti mahān guṇaḥ kīrtanād kṛṣṇasya mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet. We can recite it fairly regularly because it is often included in the standard prayers to recite. But really, we want to try to catch this, as we've been doing with the others, with the meaning of what we're saying, so we don't just say it parrot-like. And it applies to us. We are in Kali Yuga. So, Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. Quite simple, even with our limited understanding. Of the age of Kali, so Kali Yuga we know, and Kaler, of Kali Yuga. Kaler doṣa-nidhe. And we are hearing this word dosha often. But doṣa-nidhe, the ocean of faults, not just one fault or two faults. We see Gurudev describe, we are actually in a place where everything is faulty because everything is non-Krishna centered. Therefore, it is faulty. It is an ocean of fault, especially in Kali Yuga. And Rājann, he's addressing to the king, to King Parikshit. We know Srimad Bhagavatam is Shukadev Goswami replying to King Parikshit's question about, I've got 7 days to live, what's the best thing to do? Okay, asti, hi eko, there is certainly one. Asti hi eko, asti hi eko, certainly there is one mahān guṇaḥ. This mahān, very great, greatest, we say maha mantra, greatest guṇaḥ. And we hear guṇa, rupa, etc. Quality. There is one great quality. Kīrtanād eva kṛṣṇasya. By chanting, kīrtanād, by chanting, eva, certainly, kṛṣṇasya, of the holy name of Kṛṣṇa, kṛṣṇasya, mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet. So mukta-saṅgaḥ, liberated from material bondage, but paraṁ, here is saying to the transcendental spiritual kingdom, but parama, the highest, vrajet, one can go. And one can go, when we see that verse in Bhagavad Gita, the verse where Krishna is telling to Arjuna, Savadhaman parityaja mam ekang sharanang vraja. Yes, mam ekang sharanang vraja. This similar way, this word, this vraja means to go, but it means also this reminder to Krishna when he's speaking to Arjuna, that this is referring to Vrindavan, and paraṁ vrajet, we can go to the highest place of vraja. So here in this sloka, it is great encouragement for us all, and it's a very foundation of the emphasis of Harinam, our chanting, the glories of the Lord. So, Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. And nidhe, another expression of ocean. And dosha, we know the ocean, the faults. Dosh, how many faults we've got. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. Asti hi eko mahān guṇaḥ. But there is certainly one great mahān guṇaḥ, greatest quality. Kīrtanād eva kṛṣṇasya, to do the kirtan, certainly of Krishna, or certainly do Krishna kirtan. Mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet. Mukta-saṅgaḥ, liberated from this, and paraṁ vrajet, taken to the very highest quarter. So this is very hopeful for us, and a verse for us to try to remember what we are saying when we say it. And this verse, accompanied by Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam, Kalau Nastyeva, 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 Gatir Anyata. That verse, which is quoted from the Puranas too, which is telling us 3 times that there is no other way, no other way, no other way than chanting the holy name of the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord in this age of Kali Yuga. These 2 verses are so important for us. So, tell me, oh, Jonty arrived. You came in a bit late. It's a long way from New Zealand, isn't it?
Dandavats Maharaj, yes, yeah, it is. Sorry I'm a bit late. I'm at school at the moment.
Oh, you're at school. Don't get into trouble. Don't lose marks by being truant, playing truant.
You know, I won't.
All right. Okay, Jonty, take care. And Chintamani Didi also joined us. Welcome in the meantime.
Thank you so much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome, welcome. So I don't know if you both were here when we were actually going through this verse of Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann, but it is in the chat box. So do download it onto your own computer or your mobile phone, because let's add this to our back to basics, really the very basics for our basics, but basis of our understanding. We need to have faith in the holy name. We need to have faith in the Vaishnavas, the spiritual master, the scriptures. We need to have faith. We need to build our faith. And these selected, if you like, selected verses that we're going through are not complicated, and they're very helpful for this building our faith. Not only faith, oh, I'm going to have some faith, but actually knowing this is the very thing to do, which somehow is more than faith. You know, faith, I don't know, in this world may seem a little surreal or something, but no, actual concrete thing. We have to do something. If you fall out of a boat in the middle of the river, you know, you have to swim to the shore. It's not having a little faith in your capacity or something. You know, you have to do it. So this idea that we're going through these slokas, which many of us, as I say, are familiar with, but we want to really put in our heart that yes, we are in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, it's an ocean of fault, but there is one great quality, greatest quality, mahān guṇaḥ, that by chanting Krishna's name, then we can go from the mundane, get mukta-saṅgaḥ. We will be out of this Monday, we'll be in the liberated association and go all the way to vrajet. Yes, Chintamani Devidasi, I see a hand.
Yeah, thank you so much for hosting this class, and dandavats to you and all the assembled devotees. I clicked on the link and I noticed that it's from the database produced by the BBT. And I immediately have like a little bit of like, oh no, this is the group that says that Srila Prabhupada is a paid writer. And I have a little bit of a hard time with that. And I was wondering if Srila Govinda Maharaj, Srila Sridhar Maharaj had any opinion about the heavy book change issue. And maybe that's a private discussion. But I just wanted to share that as a, you know, and I thank you for this verse is really, really relevant. But, you know, in terms on the relative platform, you know, I just immediately have a little bit of resistance, and I thought I was joining the Sri Chaitanya Saraswat group. And
oh, you are joining our group. And by the way, I've never heard, if I heard you rightly, I've never heard before that anyone said, oh, Srila Prabhupada was a paid writer.
Yeah, if you look at the book changes stuff, it says on the legal documents of the BBTI, which is not the original institution. Anyway, I got really into it, and I got really like disturbed in my faith in terms of that legally they say, according to the, anyway, that group that produces this Bhagavatam, they say he's just a paid writer, that he's not the founder Acharya on the actual paperwork. So anyway, that's a little bit of a vortex, and I apologize. And I sharing my doubts in terms of, you know, how I relate.
Okay, Chintamani Didi. Well, first of all, I mean, really, I encourage you and everybody who has any faith, actually, in Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, Gurudev. Guru Maharaj means Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Gurudev means Srila Govinda Maharaj. Please try to only take from the original source, if you like. Try to get as closely as possible the association of their instructions from them. And why I say this is because, you know, the internet itself is a jungle of all sorts of offenses and conspiracy theories and, you know, interpretations, this, that, and the other. And I've met some people who've written books. When you read the book, you think, oh, this is coming from some very like authorized source. I've met some of these people, and you think, I don't want to have their association for more than a few moments when we understand where they're coming from. Why will I want to read anything they read? But somehow when things get put into print, then it seems that whatever's in print becomes an authority. So we want to be very careful about association. Actually, we want to keep good association. And Chaitanya Saraswat Math, what Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math substantially stands for is really the shelter of the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming through Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Math. And that is the name that Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Maharaj, gave to the temple to indicate that pure current that Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur in the modern age has very strongly and firmly asserted what is real religion, what is the real duty of the soul, and what is not. What really Chaitanya Mahaprabhu presented to the world, and what is not. And between Mahaprabhu's disappearance and when Srila Saraswati Thakur appeared in the world during the latter part of the 19th century, then in that relatively short space of time, all sorts of nonsense things came up in the name of Mahaprabhu. So Srila Saraswati Thakur cleaned up, made very clear for the people what is the sampradaya, what is the teaching of Mahaprabhu, what is the correct way to see everything. He was challenged by so many people. And as our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Maharaj said, very humbly he said, and humbly he said, if I may say so, was never defeated anytime, anywhere. That the clean line of Mahaprabhu has been presented there. And all of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's godbrothers, they fully understood and accepted that that line, that main current of Saraswati Thakur came to Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rock Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj. And this through a mystic transmission, as was described by some godbrothers who were there, and by mystic transmission. But all of the senior godbrothers, they gave this honor to Srila Sridhar Maharaj, always coming to refer to him in the time of Srila Saraswati Thakur. Have they understood Srila Saraswati Thakur's messages properly or not? And after Srila Saraswati Thakur, when the various things taking place in their missions, they're looking to Srila Sridhar Maharaj always for their standard. Are they doing right or wrong? Are they proceeding properly? So Srila Sridhar Maharaj unanimously accepted in such a situation, spiritual, exalted situation. And from Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada essentially has, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada essentially has accepted him fully as his Siksha Guru, the only person he mentioned as his Siksha Guru. And so he has captured from Srila Sridhar Maharaj very much what is Srila Saraswati Thakur's conception. And in our particular family, our immediate like father, then grandfather, great-grandfather like that. So from Srila Sridhar Maharaj to Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, who Srila Sridhar Maharaj showed from the very first times that we came to Chaitanya Saraswati Math, that he is his chosen successor. I'm given everything to him spiritually, materially, etc. And that also all of his godbrothers are, so all of Srila Sridhar Maharaj's godbrothers are also giving their full backing and support, that Srila Govinda Maharaj, he has captured, he's got nicely, received nicely, properly, this current coming from Srila Saraswati Thakur. So we have a special family in the recent time of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada and Srila Govinda Maharaj, in whatever particular order you want to say, but this is our, if you say, safe umbrella. And to go out from that and start to hear interpretations or something from people who, where are they getting their knowledge from? Like the unlimited conspiracy theories that people try to tell me about. we don't want to even consider these things. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. We want to hear Krishna consciousness. We want to see the devotees, see Seva, see the deities. We want to speak Hare Katha and nothing else. So try to stay safe, and most helpful for you will be search for Sri Krishna, Sri Guru and his grace, golden volcano of divine love. The whole series of books by Srila Guru Maharaj, revealed truth, affectionate guidance, divine servitor, a series of books by Srila Govinda Maharaj, and the scripture book, the books by Srila Prabhupada that everybody reads, but without interpretations of people who are making all sorts of strange, concocted ideas. And don't think there are not strange concocted ideas out there. There are many. So we want to try to take things from the original source as much as possible and lead our life with the devotees, appreciating the devotees, not seeing any fault in any devotee, how old or new or meant to be exalted or meant to be fallen. Don't see their faults, see the devotional part of everybody. This is our safe way to go. And it's Kali Yuga. So let us also really take shelter of the holy name. But how to take shelter of the holy name? Also, it needs some guidance. And this is where, especially you can say, in Search for Sri Krishna, actually in every book, everywhere we see, but in Search for Sri Krishna, there are 2 or 3 chapters, I forget, at the latter part of the book, which are explaining about the Maha Mantra, explaining how to chant it, explaining good tips and advices for us, headed by not to make Vaishnava aparat. We will associate with the devotees, come with humility, sincere inquiry and service, and make our life successful, not to join the suspicious. Suspicion leads to suspension. So we want to be faithful and make our spiritual life firm. Don't mean to be too preachy, but in physical association, we want to be, careful about who we associate with in terms of hearing the right conception and hearing everything properly. But also there is a difference between, getting association and giving association. So we always want to be able to be in a place where we can understand what I'm getting. I'm getting a safe, I have a safe, firm shelter, and I can extend that to others. This way we can receive association and give association, but not to mix with the public to take their association. And if there are so many isms in the world, don't think that you can change other people. We have to change ourselves. If we can make our life the way that our gurus want, associate with those who are happy to associate with us and to proceed together, then our spiritual journey is safe and it is secure, because we're going with a group of like-minded persons to the same destination, and we need strength from each other. Unfortunately, in Kali Yuga, and especially in the last how many years since the television and radio, well, especially the television became so popular, everybody's addicted to, I don't mean all the devotees, but somehow, bad news seems to draw all attention. But we're really the good news channel, means Guru Maharaj focusing always on the opportunity, the best things to do with our life. And even when devotees would come, and sometimes we've been there with Guru Maharaj, with Srila Maharaj, when devotees would sort of lodging some complaint about some senior devotee. And, I can think of some specific incidents, but Guru Maharaj first trying to see from that the other devotees who's being complained about point of view, why are they doing such a thing? And then, really some was quite humorous, because Guru Maharaj, he's trying to think why that devotee is doing such a thing within a temple. For instance, I'm thinking one example where a devotee was worshipping Srila Prabhupada in an unusual way in the temple. And first, Guru Maharaj is trying to understand, well, perhaps for this reason he's doing it, to draw some public attention, to help the preaching. But then he came up with one or two things, and he said, but beyond that, I'm struggling to think of any other good reason why such change in our practice would come about. But Guru Maharaj always trying to see the positive thing in every circumstance. Okay, sorry about that diversion, but yes, maybe one of our devotees, we would love to have a Veda-based style of our books and things, but our technical devotees, they've come up with something. The Kṛṣṇa search is there on gaudiya-darshan.net, and it is helpful. But it is possible that we have our, like specifically from Guru Maharaj or Gurudev, some, translation from here. Chinmoydev, who are unmuted, maybe you have something there?
Yeah, we definitely do. We have two different translations. One's actually in that booklet you're talking about, 10 Offenses of the Holy Name. And I forgot where the other one is. The other one's in Sermons of the Guardian of Devotion, Volume 2. We have another translation.
Okay, smart Chinmoydev Prabhu, good to have you there. But again, we're looking at the Sanskrit and the word by word, so we can get some understanding from that Sanskrit too. And as Srila Bhakti-Sudhir Goswami Maharaj repeatedly says, quoting some great translator of the past, I think a literary person translating Tolstoy or something, then saying, every translation is interpretation, because it's coming through the person. So we have to be aware of that.
I would also just like to mention that everything I find is on Krishna Search, which is excellent resource.
It's working well. Okay, maybe it's a little. I was struggling with it when I was trying to find something, so I'm very pleased you say that. Can you just give us the exact URL for everybody?
Sure, just a second.
Krishna Search.
Maharaj, Dhanavat. But
Yes,
John-
where is his voice coming from?
Oh,
An invisible quarter.
am I here? No. You don't
Oh,
have
you
me-
are there.
You're
Yeah,
fortunate not to have me on the screen, Maharaj.
No, I can see you. I think you're in a different place on different screens, by the way. So it's difficult to say down or left or right.
I'm practicing my cities, Maharaj.
Okay, well, you got a lot of cities. Tell us.
But anyway, sorry to be stupid, but Jonty has been trying to put his hand up for a while now, so he had some question.
Okay, all right. Jonty, please excuse us not immediately
Oh, no,
answering your raised hand.
oh, no problem, Maharaj. Thank you. Thank you, Prabhu. I was just going to mention to what Chintamani Didi was saying. If you're looking for the direct translations of Srila Prabhupada, Srila Swami Maharaj's books and stuff, there's a website called, I think, Krishna Path, and that has like the direct pre-1977 translation of all of Prabhupada's works. I just thought maybe if
In general, we consider that Srila Prabhupada's books on the vedabase.io, as far as I know, that's the official BBT site, and the BBT does have checks and balances in there. So let us see. And Krishnapad, I do not know who runs the sites, etc. Yes, Chinmay Prabhu.
So I have a question. When we go to do Nama Sankirtan and we're chanting, of course, we're just this mundane motion of our mouth and stuff like that. You know, that's what we're thinking. But we're also thinking this is giving some benefit to the people who are hearing this, even though we're not really chanting the holy name.
Good.
Yeah.
And
sure.
And
no,
it is,
you know, it seems like we're chanting the mundane name, and what they're talking about is the pure name.
oh yes, our chanting, and to take to the extreme, Mahaprabhu's chanting, of course, is on a completely different level. And but another thing is, our chanting is chanting in savor, in service, and we know directly, you know directly, how pleased Srila Gurudev is when he hears the devotees congregationally chanting, when he receives news of the Sankirtan in different places, when he sees the pictures and the video clips previously the devotees would send of, you know, the grand kirtan in the streets and the grand kirtan, you know, in the temples. I remember the Mauritius temple, Gurudev seeing this at the full, I mean, hundreds of devotees, how happy he is. And the procession in the streets, then how happy he is. So what we're doing is first for pleasing Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. And that vibration, however pure or impure, the holy name, the devotees are trying to chant the holy name. And that is making a bigger change than we can even imagine to the environment. So we will do our duty and we will try to chant purely and properly, but we will never think, oh, my chanting is going to change the world. But still, we'll tell the dogs and the trees, please chant Hare Krishna. We told the mango tree yesterday that some of my associates stole the mangoes from. I told the mango tree, please excuse them. And they are devotees, you chant Hare Krishna. You know, we want to have a little goodwill, and the tree is being exploited. They're growing mangoes for money, but you know, when our little bit naughty devotees steal the mangoes, when there are so many mangoes in our own orchard. But we were out yesterday and they were thirsty and hungry and they saw a mango tree. So still, we will say something to the tree, we'll say something to the animals we meet, the geese, the turkeys. But Harinam Sankirtan, it's a very Yuga Dharma, the very process for this age. So let us not neglect that chanting in the streets, chanting in the parks, chanting at the beach, chanting in public places. We are attempting to do these things. And we are with others. That's another point. We can think my own chanting, I know it's useless, but I'm with others. They have some Vaishnavata, they have some Vaishnava quality. And all that Vaishnava quality added together in Sankirtan. Kīrtanād eva kṛṣṇasya mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet. So this is our verse of today. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. Asti hyeko mahān guṇaḥ. Kīrtanād eva kṛṣṇasya mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet. Highest place. And those of you who haven't read Revealed Truth by Srila Bhaktisundar Govinda Maharaj, you know, I can say in one book, in one chapter, whatever, wherever we read in that book, and we're going through like consistently, really, we see that everything is there. We see so affectionately, so heartily, so deeply also, and so much in transmission mood. Srila Govinda Maharaj is presenting to us, you know, the very teachings of Mahaprabhu, of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, of Srila Saraswati Thakur. But we know, those of us who are with him, many of the things which are there, just, I was reading something, and when I was reading it, oh, I was there when Gurudev is saying this. But he's not standing on a podium with a, I mean, he's done this, you know, standing at a podium with a whole lecture hall in front of him. But for, I would say, 95% of the content of the book, it's his discussion, talks informally with the devotees, collected together in an organized way according to the Das Mula Tattva of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. But wonderful things in that book, and we're just mentioning just now that mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet, take to the highest place. Well, repeatedly, most of you have heard me say, and you saying it, I mean, that verse 56 of Brahma Samhita, which is giving a description of Goloka Vrindavan. And in that book Revealed Truth of Srila Gurudev, then Gurudev is explaining that verse, you know, line by line. And very wonderful explanation. And not only in that one part where he is explaining line by line, but again and again we see him referring to that verse of Brahma Samhita. This is our home, the land of joy, play, leela, loving, affectionate dealings with the Lord and his devotees, where every tree is a desire, wish-fulfilling tree, where water is nectar, the moonlight and sunlight are divine ecstasy, every word is a song, every step is a dance, where Kṛṣṇa, the one enjoyer, standing in his threefold bending form, playing his flute, charming the whole of creation. And that place of Goloka Vrindavan is known by very few persons. And that place is known as Goloka Vrindavan, and by just a very few persons of this world. And we are so fortunate to be connected with those very persons. So let's keep our head there and keep our head out of all of the debates and this and this and this. And come, we don't have time for any of that. We have time, concentration, capacity. Let us do that in the right place. And all the world of Kali Yuga is going to go on in its different layers. Let us give our respect to everybody who's trying to do something in whatever way, but let us give what we can say is honest, good advice to come to the shelter of Srila Sridhar Maharaj, Srila Govinda Maharaj, and Srila Prabhupada. That trio who are presenting us Srila Saraswati Thakur's teachings to make our life perfect. They're not doing it to get a big seat for themselves or to get any secondary purpose, except this is what is meant for everyone. They are doing this in seva. They're doing this in seva to their spiritual masters. Everything is in a seva mood. And who are they searching for? The fallen souls. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann. Asti hi eko mahān guṇaḥ. Kīrtanād eva kṛṣṇasya. Mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet. So hopeful for us. All right.
Maharaj,
Yes.
the book that you were referring, what was the name? I couldn't hear
It is revealed truth.
Okay.
And it is digitally, it is online. Oh, we can put, it's not big. We can put in the box below. I can put in the box below.
Thank you.
And with all books, even though it's digital, whether it's digital or not, first, before reading, make a prayer to its author, make a prayer to the book, and in service to the book, let us read it. So just as when we're in a gathering or in a class, we will carefully give honor to the book that we're reading. Digitally too, we shall try to do that. This is a little bigger, it's 32 megabytes. So it's taking a little while on my connection to upload. And it looks like it's stuck. Oh, I can give the URL. I can give the URL. Maybe Chinmoy, you can quickly go. I can go there, but again, it's me. You're watching me clicking around instead of doing other things. sesmat.com, left side, books, ebooks, then PDF format books. So many books are there and in the PDF format books, and then just go down to reveal truth. And here, where the image is, the thumbnail is the link. So copy link address, and I'll put this in the box. Oh, it looks. Oh, you beat me to it. Okay, Chinmoy Prabhu.
Hi.
All right, I'm seeing the smiling faces of you all, and really remembering Gurudev, remembering Guru Maharaj, and we are happily together. What can I say? Anandamoy Devirasi, say something for us for our encouragement, please. Or you're doing a digital say.
Oh, Maharaj, what can I say to encourage anyone? Just that we are very fortunate, really. Every time that you share with us the words of wisdom of Gurudeva, Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, you kept us in shelter and check, and home comfort. Everything happens, and it doesn't matter where we are. Doesn't matter if we're sad, happy, cold, hot. You are Bhagavad Gita for us, Maharaj. You are a beautiful example, and by bringing our family together, you fill our hearts with hope. And it's so powerful that I'm here crying all my sorrows, and after this class I'm feeling maybe I should go to the park with my mirdanga and try to play by myself, and who else will come but maybe somebody. I will have some crazy people here in Squamish, and they will sing with me, because here it's very lonely, we don't have many devotees living in Squamish. So I got some encouraging. That's what I want to say. Thank you, Maharaj.
Well, it's not me, it's our Gurudev and his family. But I have to say, we are happy to go along with those who are happy to be with us. And this is also Gurudev's advice to several devotees in his later, not years, but later months and times when Gurudev is being asked by various devotees. So we'll find naturally our heart family, and we're happy to be with you, the heart family. And as maybe mentioned before, really around the world, there are so many sincere devotees, so many devotees who why have we come? We've come for this great treasure, the hidden treasure of the sweet absolute. Again, one of these phrases which is easy to say, but again and again, Gurudev and Guru Maharaj emphasizing that this is what is being presented. Take it, make yourself into a good receiver. Go along with good friends. Don't make Vaishnava aparat. Chant Hare Krishna, be happy. And so we are happy to be together chanting Hare Krishna and being happy in different places. And the only, not only limit, but we know by Zoom, we do miss being able to be with the mridanga and kartals and sort of now, we'll chant something and then take prasadam together. We do miss this aspect.
Maharaj, I think you'll be happy to know that Srila Janardhan Maharaj does Bhagavad Gita class Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Jai Ram does one on Friday, and Chintamani actually does a reading on Thursday, and Sri Leka does a class on Wednesday. So every day you can join a Bhagavad Gita discussion.
Beautiful. And Govinda Nandini Didi made not a calendar, a chart, showing where the different programs and different things are taking place. I don't know, Govinda Nandini, if you made that public, but it's kind of handy to have things like this so that we know where to go, because we want to have good association and where to go to get good association and to get some encouragement, etc. Anyway, here on this side of the world, I need to go and join some of my associates implicated in the taking of the mangoes yesterday, because now our morning program's taking place. To be fair to them, they first of all saw so many on the ground, just fallen on the ground. And we'd been going uphill, downhill. It was a hot day, but a good day with the devotees out and about, because we're in the countryside here. It's Govinda Farm. And it was a hot day. They were tired and hungry. And so to be fair, they started by taking the ones on the ground, but then couldn't resist looking up at the tree. But then we can just say, not only myself, they also tried to explain to the tree. And so who knows, maybe the tree is beginning of his devotional life through the naughty behavior of our Vaishnavas. Okay, to one and all, again, please, our humble obeisances to each other. My humble obeisances, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha, Patitanam, Pavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. And as always, all glories to our Sri Rupa Guru Vaga, to all of our Chaitanya Saraswata Acharya Vrinda, to all of the Ananta Koti, unlimited hundreds of thousands, means unlimited Vaishnavas. And all glories to Mahaprabhu, to Nityananda Prabhu, the Panchatattva, their associates. May our days until our next meeting be successful. And if there's anything you want from the chat box to download, please do it before the meeting closes. Otherwise, we lose those things which are there. All right, Chintamani Didi, have a safe week under the safe umbrella of our guardians. And all of you have a safe week. Safe from safe from all, not just the virus that everyone's heard about, but the epidemic, which is much more than the virus of Kali Yuga in this world. Let us stay clear from that with our faith in the holy name, helped by the verses and the advice of the scriptures, Mahaprabhu, that we are hearing. Kaler doṣa-nidhe rājann, asti mahān guṇaḥ, kīrtanād eva kṛṣṇasya, mukta-saṅgaḥ paraṁ vrajet. With this in our hearts, let us proceed. Dandavat pranam, with best wishes till we meet again soon.